Okay, hello. My name is Alex. I'm a former student here at LNU, Linnaeus University. My background is not from IT. I'm not a developer. I studied enterprising and business development, and then I proceeded to marketing and master program. I'm here invited to speak a little bit about my business, my journey, and I want to share some experience with you. And first of all, thank you also for the invitation, and also thank you to Valf, the speech. I agree with many things he said in different aspects, and the relation between studies and the industry is two different worlds, and I've experienced both of them. Not that many years, of course, and I'm not that experienced as he is, but I already now agree with many things, and it's a challenge about preparing yourself for the industry and the work you're gonna do. It doesn't make sense to train swimming if you want to be a footballer. So it's a challenge to get a 100% match, and it's a challenge, and I will share a little bit about it. So this is why I'm here. And I started my business last year, and now we are 4 guys working with. We are from the sport industry. And we realized how hard it is for people with competence to sell their competence and get paid in terms of fitness plans and coaching. And the fitness industry is really big. You know all the fitness apps. Someone tried? No? You don't exercise? Anyway, it's the companies to get the revenue. But what we do, it's like a social network. Coaches can upload a fitness plan or offer service like coaching in the future now, and they can get paid. So we are like a marketplace. So the structure is quite complicated behind the screen. I mean, the developers doing a great job, and it's also a challenge for. It's quite complicated payment structure behind. So we take care of everything for the coaches, so they can concentrate on training. And of course, since we take care of transactions, that is also the business model. What we are doing. We get a percentage of all the transactions. That's how we make the money. So what we offer them, coaches can sign up as a coach, no corporation. We take care of tax compliance. They don't need a website. Take care of payment structure, and we also offer iOS and Android app to their customers, the end users. They want to exercise, they want fitness plans and coaching. That is what we are doing right now. But I'm going to speak more about combining studies and business, because I've run my business when I was a student, and that is a challenge. Time-wise, of course, really hard, especially the last year. But most of all, because I realized what I need in my business was not always what I needed when I studied. But it's a warning sign. But it's not that bad. I think you are lucky studying IT and development, because the developers in my company don't agree with me to full extent what I'm saying here. I'm from the business and marketing, and I wish it was a little bit more adapted to what I wanted it to do. But I think you're luckier than I am. So congratulations for a choice of field of study. Have you asked yourself this sometimes? I did it many times. And I have maybe an extreme example, but this is what I struggled with mentally. How you structure a paragraph will not have any impact on revenue. So sometimes I was sitting at the seminars speaking about how to structure a paragraph in a thesis, or how to rename a chapter. And I was thinking of business models instead of details. But if you want to do a really good thesis, of course, this is very important. But at that time, it was not that important to me. But what I also agreed with Ralph, complete your studies, do it, and make it really good. Do a proper job. You will get benefit of that. But if you shall remember one thing on my presentation, one slide, this is the slide I want you to remember. Learning by doing. This is my experience. You can read books, you can do some assignments in school. Some of them you will have use for, but learning by doing has been my really homework. That is what I've learned from. And also the developers in my team says the same. The university may not agree with all of things here right now, but for me, reading articles could get some kind of knowledge, of course. But it's in the context, I struggled with that. But I haven't studied your field of study, and I think it's differently from what I've heard. So once again, you're luckier than me. What I've learned from is losing money. And it's not like dropping a hamburger. I'm talking about losing money. I've spent my own resources on this, and I failed several times. That is very hard. And the things I've learned from mostly is when I'm losing money. But try this practically. There's been very, very good experience for me. Tried what is working. You don't know until you have tried. And what is the worst thing that can happen? That is something sometimes I often ask myself. And meeting people. I consider myself being humble. I'm not fully learned. I'm young. I want to surround myself with people I really believe in, and I can have benefit of, and I can also share experience with me, and exchange. So meet people. It sounds like I could maybe regret my studies. I don't. Seriously, I don't. I benefit from it many times. And what I like with the studies is about the digging. You don't know how to get from A to B. You need to figure it out by yourself. That is what I learned. So it's not always the text or the content itself in the books, but reading about how to learn. That is what I appreciated. And also the title, the degree. Even if I knew from the beginning I didn't want to apply for a job because I wanted to run my own business, I have benefit of showing my education. When you talk to the bank, when you talk to other people that could be related to your business. But I'm here because you might have your own ideas. Some of you maybe don't know how to start. And what I'm going to tell you now is something I wanted to hear 2 years ago. So I'm sharing some experiences. And this is my own opinions. So it may not, other entrepreneurs maybe not agree with me. And some are more experienced than I am. Teamwork is very crucial. That is, I would say, everything. And it's also a little bit because I said I'm humble and says I don't know anything. I don't know everything. I know other people that know better than me, and you can have different competences within your company. That is very important to me. And the first 2 developers I hired, they quit their job, took higher risk working with me, and lower salaries. They're like idiots, but I love them. It's very good. They wanted to they wanted to spend effort on this, and they really, really wanted to work with this project. And I'm so happy to work with that kind of people. It's very important who you choose to work with. Remember this word. I said my education. Maybe I don't use all of the courses I've gone through. But this is people I meet quite often. And it's about trust. People need to trust you. It's very important. I meet sometimes people, entrepreneurs, they are speaking about venture capital, investors. I've started a relation with investors. We haven't even talked about numbers yet. I want to start the relation. But when I talk to entrepreneurs talking about venture capital, I realize they haven't even started to invest their own money first. That is what I'm doing. How can I convince an investor to invest in my company if I haven't spent my own savings? Remember that. So that is what I've been doing for 2 years. I spent my own savings, and it's about trust. You can't go to the investor and say, hey, do you want to invest your money in my company? But I don't. And when you have the metrics in marketing, and you can show numbers that can convince an investor, that is my philosophy. And we haven't started this journey yet, but I've started relationships with investors. So that is my point of view from venture capital. And some advice: if you really want to succeed, stay hungry. That is the people I'm working with. I see the difference. Sometimes they work weekends because they love it. Sometimes a developer can come on Monday and say, hey, this is what I did this weekend because I wanted to learn new things. They don't do it because they have someone to tell them to do it. They do it because they love it. And I think that will make the difference in the end. Being humble, that is what I really appreciate. The 2 developers that started 1 year ago said, this is what we are capable of. This is what we don't know. I really trust that kind of people, saying what they don't know. I don't trust people saying that they know everything. Transparency is very important to me, I guess. I don't like to keep secrets from people I'm working with, if I don't need to, of course, but being very open, and respect people's time, be in time. I've been a student, and I worked in business. That is different. Be in time, respect people's time. Hopefully I'm not over 15 minutes now, because so that was everything I had today. If you have any questions, I will be here for today until lunch at least, or send me an email, have a coffee. I'm working across the street, a Videum Science Park. So good luck in the future. You have a very bright future in your field of study, and I believe you can create amazing things. You're the future. Thank you very much.